Do you want God's plan for your life? Do you want to discover your calling? Do you want to build a business that's aligned with God's will? Hey girl, hey! I'm Jeanette, business and faith coach. After a decade in the military, the Air Force said, "See you later," and I had to find my true calling. Want to know how God directed my life from a cybersecurity engineer to a faith and business mentor? In this podcast, I'll teach you how to start a business, how to know your business is God's calling, monetization techniques, how to trust the Holy Spirit, and how to set boundaries to listen to His word alone. Ready to become unapologetically unstoppable? Hey girl, hey! I am so excited to be talking about how to discover your purpose in life because I think that it is a big deal. It's a big deal because a lot of us don't know what our purpose is and why we are looking for all these different things in life. And that self discovery journey is a big one. And I don't think it ever actually ends. I am sitting in my basement and it's Easter Sunday. And I was thinking about the fact that Jesus died for me and you without ever meeting us, and all the people that put him on the cross and he died for them too, which is a whole nother like ridiculous level of love. Like, how could I love this person so much when they don't even know what they're doing to me? They don't even know who they are. They don't even know why. They don't even know why. They hate me or are condemning me so much, and they have no idea the love that I'm giving them right now, that grace that I'm giving them by dying on the cross. I posted the other day something about being in Warrensburg because we've been here for 18 months. As a military family, we together, me and my husband, have only moved once every 4 years, right? So at the 2 year point, we're like halfway in, we're meeting people, we're getting those really deep connections. And I it hasn't even like we're approaching that, and it feels so like great to be surrounded by people who are like-minded, who love us. And another one of my mentors said something about the vibrations that you give out, like the vibrations of love and just dignity and all those things that we're giving out, we're getting back in the people that are surrounding us, right? So the people that are surrounding us are very like-minded. They are entrepreneurs. I've never been around so many entrepreneurs in my life. I didn't realize how many there were. And I think that as I'm becoming more of my purpose and saying I am an entrepreneur, I am a homeschool mom, I am these things, right? Those are the people that I find myself being surrounded by. When I was doing drugs in high school, that's who I was surrounded by. I was somebody who consumed drugs, who was smoking weed and doing dumb things. So I surrounded myself by like minded people who were doing dumb things, who were also smoking weed and doing bad things, right? I think that as we're in the process of self discovery and changing, we naturally will find those same types of people. So as I was changing, so were the people that I was surrounding myself with. Like as I was in the process of being mom, I was finding myself surrounded by other moms. And it wasn't even just like at the park or whatever. It was just everywhere in my life. Those were the people that were attracting my vibe, my je ne sais quoi, my essence, whatever that thing is, right? Because as I'm putting that vibe out, they're also vibing with me because they're in the same boat and they understand the things that I'm going through. They understand what it feels like when a kid pees on your leg. You know what I'm saying? They know what that's like. They've been there recently too, right? It's not like this far off thing. Like if I was around other people who did drugs, it's been over a decade for me. Like I don't really get it anymore. I got it when I was a kid. I don't get it anymore. So I don't surround myself around those people because I don't get it. But I do get staying up late at night with your kid because they're sick. I do get going to church and trying to get as close to God as I can so that way he's the one that's leading my business and not me. Because this is my ministry. This is my purpose. This is my everything, right? I also jive with people who understand what it's like to be in a military community and have people that you know for a short period of time and then they're moving on. And then you might not talk to them for a long time, but when you see them again, it's like no time has passed because that's how my vibe is. Like that's just who I am as a person. So as I'm meeting these people, I know that when we leave, if we leave, I might not see them again ever, ever in my entire life. And that doesn't make me as sad as it once did because I am pouring my heart and soul into the relationships that I have now as I can. I'm thinking about how we are one with God and one with Jesus, and how when He died on the cross, He gave us the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is there to create and vibe and those relationships with other people that are like minded to help us grow and to grow others around us that are at similar stages of life, right? I now know that with the Holy Spirit, whatever He has for me, that's what I want. I don't turn to anything else. I turn to God. I turn to the Holy Spirit. When I'm having a problem in my business, the first thing I do is, okay, I need to get quiet. I need to break out my prayer manual and I need to get on some worship music and I need to get deep down into what God has for me. Because that's when I'll hear His direction, because that's who I'm taking direction from. This podcast was supposed to be about how to discover your purpose in life. And now it's just like a monologue of me talking about life, right? But I do want to talk about how to discover your purpose because once you find out what your purpose is, it's so easy to stick on the same path. And the only way to do that is to lose yourself, is to go 100% into what God has, to find God first, and then you can discover your purpose in life. I don't think that you can actually find your purpose. Maybe that's just me. I'm multi-passionate, so I have a lot of things that I love. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're single passionate and you know exactly from a small child what your purpose in life is. I kind of wish that was like me. But as I'm going on this journey, I love that I'm multi-passionate because I can just discover all the different types of people, all the different types of like experiences that I can have, which actually makes me more relatable to a lot of people, right? Because I've lived in this town, I understand farm life now. Because I've lived in Vegas, I understand what a gambling addiction looks like. I've seen it. Because I've lived in the military, I understand what it's like leaving people, right? Like I understand all these different concepts that may be foreign to a lot of different people, but because God has given me this way to see and experience all these things, and I get to fully take those on, right? I get to fully take on those experiences and be like, no, I lived that. That is my lived experience. I didn't watch that on a documentary. I lived that. I was there. I was in Germany. I was in Iraq. I lived on the East Coast. I grew up in the South. You know what I'm saying? Like having all those different things makes me who I am. So when you're discovering your purpose in life, you have to take an inventory, no judgment about the things that you've done in your life, and think about all the things that you loved about those experiences. What did you love? What got you so pumped up about them? It doesn't have to be everything. Sometimes in the military, when I was serving, some things were not good. Some places, things that I did were not good. I did not have a great time every day, but some were so amazing. That's when I realized I loved people, honestly. I was part of the booster club every single base I went to because I loved putting on this big thing for everybody else. I loved being able to see the smiles on people's faces. I loved the marketing. I loved getting people together. I loved people just being people together and learning about different people. I love culture, all of it, everybody's culture. I like alternate cultures. I like homeschool families that live on farms. I love Amish people. I love everything. So when you're discovering your purpose, I need you to figure out what kind of people you like, what things you like to do, how you like to serve. There was a phrase when I was in the military and it was, if you like it, it will change. And if you don't like it, it gonna change, right? Change is the only thing in life that is consistent. Death and taxes, right? So I want you to remember that whenever you see something that you're in a situation that you're like, I hate this situation. you can change it, or it will change. Nothing is forever. The only thing that's forever is God's love. You know what I'm saying? Happy Easter, y'all.
Wow, that was so good. So I know that you know somebody that also needs to hear that. So share this episode, leave a review. And I would love if you could watch my free workshop at JeanettePeterson.com/missingpiece. I'll see you guys over on the grams at Jeanette.Peterson. Bye.